Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Military Appreciation Night as your Emerald Vikings host the Rams of Westside High School. Before our national anthem, we would like to honor some very special guests. Tonight, we recognize military veterans who serve our schools and community or are part of our Emerald Viking baseball family. When your name is called, please step forward to be recognized. Of the United States Air Force, Jim Blakely. Of the United States Navy, Eli Pearden. Of the Army, Jared Siren. Of the United States Navy, Edward Bartless. Of the United States Navy, Tommy Height Sr. Of the United States Marine Corps, Barry Piner. Of the United States Navy Reserve, Merv Robinson. Of the Army National Guard, Thomas Moore. Of the United States Navy, Lee Ballinger. Of the United States Army, Edward Howard. Of the United States Army, Jim Adair. Of the United States Army, Matt Adair. Of the United States Air Force, Bill Rogers. Of the Army National Guard, Mike Barnes. Of the United States Marine Corps, Joe Black Jr. Of the United States Marine Corps, Joe Black III. Of the United States Marine Corps, Samuel Black. Of the United States Army, Dale Kittles. Of the United States Marine Corps, Michael Edwards. Of the United States Navy, Vance Johnson. Of the Army National Guard, Van Johnson. Of the United States Army, Billy Turner. Of the United States Marine Corps, Hunter Archibald. Of the United States Marine Corps, Dyer Archibald. Of the United States Marine Corps, Karen Sanchez. Of the United States Air Force, Mike Graham. And of the United States Marine Corps, Ty Vines. Let's give one more big round of applause for our veteran Vikings. Thank you for your service to this great nation as well as abroad. Tonight's ceremonial first pitch will be thrown by Mr. Jared Siren. Jared served 18 years in the United States Army with the 122nd Engineer Battalion, rising from combat engineer to platoon sergeant. He currently serves as a sergeant first class with the 125th Engineer Company out of Abbeville, coordinating unit movements, leading reconnaissance missions, and supporting operations. He is also assigned to Task Force Smart Fox in support of Operation Make DC Safe Again. Jared is the proud father of Viking outfielder and pitcher Holden Siren. Please join us in honoring his service. Whenever you're ready, Jared, throw it out. Speed ride. Now at this time, I'd like to ask both teams to report to the foul line as we honor our great nation with the playing of our national anthem. The presentation of the colors is by Emerald AJROTC. Thank you. Play ball.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Frank Coyle in Greenwood today.
Howard's on Main is the kind of place you keep coming back to. Open 6 days a week with breakfast served every day, plus a full menu loaded with variety for lunch and dinner. Great food, friendly faces, and live music that keeps Main Street moving. From morning coffee to late night vibes, Howard's on Main delivers every time. Howard's on Main, great food, live music, and a true Greenwood favorite. Looking for a home in Greenwood or thinking about selling? Work with someone who knows the community inside and out. Courtney Height Realtor is a top 5 Greenwood MLS agent with almost $20 million in sales and a reputation for guiding buyers and sellers with confidence and care. Call 864-378-4686, visit CourtneyHeightRealtor.com, and follow us on Facebook at Courtney Height Realtor, serving Greenwood, South Carolina, and beyond.
A good personal injury attorney is going to be able to negotiate for you, speak with the insurance companies in their language, and ultimately file a lawsuit and take your case to court if it needs it. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
Your local State Farm agent can help you choose renter's coverage options to help protect your stuff. Customize your coverage today.
Call State Farm agent Frank Coyle in Greenwood today.
Find your future at the G. Frank Russell Technology Center, where we believe in personalized learning and nurturing every student's unique strengths. RTC serves students from 4 high schools and 3 districts with a wide variety of programs from culinary arts, pre-engineering, auto tech, and others. We provide many different pathways for your child to explore. Talk to your school counselor and visit us at www.rtc.gwd50.org to learn more about RTC Plus and start building a better graduate today.
This is Emerald High School Baseball on the Lakeland Sports Network, a big-time region matchup between Emerald and Westside. Graham Simpson, Jacob Lethco with you. We just saw the festivities for Military Appreciation. The boys have the camo on, looking to avenge the losses of last weekend Monday, where they took a 7-2 loss to Westside down in Anderson. Finn Howard on the bump. Second straight home game that he has pitched for the Emerald Vikings. This is our Frank Coyle State Farm first pitch of the ball game. It's called strike into J.J. Nixon. What are some keys today for Finn?
Yeah, I think he's got to be able to place his breaking ball effectively, mixing his breaking pitches. He's going to be about 82, 84 fastball wise, but if he can hit his spots with his breaking pitches and his off speed stuff, makes his fastball that more effective. But you got to mix in some pitches. You got to keep these guys off balance.
Went up against a juggernaut offense in his last start. Two-one pitch. Nixon takes a strike, and it's 2-2. Starting to see Finn with the fastball control the inner part of the plate. That's going to be big for him in his off speed. First batter of the game pops up foul. We'll do it again. Second straight foul ball. We see the records on the score bug. 6-4 in region play now for Westside. Emerald 4-6. 2 more games left in this series. Those will dictate who the series winner is going to be. We can already tell if these two teams at the end of the week are tied up 6-6. Emerald has the advantage, winning 2 out of 3 in the series. Could go a long way in the playoff seeding.
Oh, absolutely, especially when you look forward next week, a younger Lawrence team. This is a big series and potentially could be playing for third place this next week if you take care of business these next 2 games.
Throw a vacant hole in the infield and a base hit for J.J. Nixon to start us off.
Coming to play for Westside, pitcher number 5, Peyton Milford.
This is the defensive alignment for the Emerald Vikings today, brought to you by the G. Frank Russell Technology Center. Height and Mathis up the middle, Marino at center field. Of course, Eli Swansea, the battery mate, as there's a bunt. Third base side, glove by Metz. He'll only have 1 play, and it's to first. Runner in second now with 1 down. That was the pitcher, Peyton Milford. And now Jacob Holmes, first baseman. Going to see what Finn's made of here in this first inning. Having to deal with some base traffic. Nixon got on with a 3-2 single. That one's popped up in the air, shallow center. Bo Height is under, makes the grab, 2 away. It's a big second out for Finn Howard.
Yeah, I think that, you know, like you touched on, Graham, we faced Fountain Inn last week. Got hit around a little bit, but I think that so far, single through the left side, sack bunt and pop up to the shortstop, but a lot of soft contact so far, at least these first 3 guys.
Here's Brody Caudle, the catcher. Pressure spot for him. Speed on the base path, single might score a run, the first of the ball game. First pitch swinging as well, fouls it back, trying to be aggressive against Finn.
You got to get into some. You got to get ahead and get ahead of batters if you're Finn. Only sets up his breaking stuff and his off-speed stuff is pretty effective, but you got to get ahead in counts to be able to put those pitches in play.
Runner takes off. Swansea played it off his chest, and now the Rams have Nixon 90 feet away. Close game on Monday, despite the 5-run deficit. Game Emerald was right there in.
Yeah, Westside was up 2-0 early. Back-to-back doubles from Ethan Metz and Holden Styron tied it at 2, and then in the third inning, 2 outs, Westside exploded for 4 runs, took a 6-2 lead, and then kind of held on from there.
Howard set for the 2-1. Caudle takes a breaking pitch, outside corner, there's strike 2.
So 3 straight breaking pitches, I think. Maybe high fastball here changes eye level and the velocity. See what happens here on a 2-2 count.
Westside a game below 500 this year. Just missed for Howard. Second full count of the inning. Lost both games they played to Clover. Lost 8-7 in 9 innings on the road last week. Swing in a miss. Howard gets out of the first with a K. Good sign. The Emerald Viking bats to the batter's box when we come back. No score between the Rams and the Vikings on the Lakeland Sports Network. Howard's on Main is the kind of place you keep coming back to. Open 6 days a week with breakfast served every day, plus a full menu loaded with variety for lunch and dinner. Great food, friendly faces, and live music that keeps Main Street moving. From morning coffee to late night vibes, Howard's on Main delivers every time. Howard's on Main, great food, live music, and a true Greenwood favorite.
Call State Farm agent Frank Coyle in Greenwood for an auto quote today.
Find your future at the G. Frank Russell Technology Center, where we believe in personalized learning and nurturing every student's unique strengths. RTC serves students from 4 high schools and 3 districts. With a wide variety of programs from culinary arts, pre-engineering, auto tech, and others, we provide many different pathways for your child to explore. Talk to your school counselor and visit us at www.rtc.gwd50.org to learn more about RTC Plus and start building a better graduate today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Frank Coyle in Greenwood today.
No scores. We go to the bottom of the first. This is the Emerald starting lineup today, brought to you by the G. Frank Russell Technology Center. Not much changing other than the DH spot. The 8th grader, Rylan Johnson, now in there. Started a couple games last year as a 7th grader in right field, but Height, Swansea, Howard, the top 3 do up in this order. It's the heart and soul of this offense.
Yeah, Height, Swansea, Howard, Marino, and really Ethan Metz has come on. The key for this Vikings ball club all year is going to be after you get through those top 4 or 5, the bottom of the order's got to produce. And in my opinion, their top 4 is as good as anybody you'll see in the region outside of maybe Fountain Inn, but you got to have some production from the bottom of this lineup in order to come out with a win tonight.
How about Ethan Metz holds siren, producing on Monday, looking for more of the same.
And then even against Fountain Inn last week, they put together some competitive at-bats. It's just piecing it all together.
Facing Peyton Milford. Right-hander for the Rams, sporting an 8.40 ERA this year. He's pitched 10 innings, handful of starts, faces Bo Height, and he misses outside. He's got quite the delivery. Toad off the end of the bat. Going to be a tough play with Height speed, and he will get there easily.
It looks like a laser in the book, Graham. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Infield single for Bo.
We called it a foul ball.
Oh, wow.
Maybe say it hit off the plate.
I'm not sure.
Or hit in the box then.
It looked like it went right off the end of Bo's bat. He was out in front of it, and that kind of just ricocheted and trickled into no man's land. But instead, they're calling that a foul ball, which makes this a 1-1 count. Now 1-2. I don't know. We'll have to go back and see that one.
I mean, it looked like Bo was extremely out in front of that.
Yes.
Which would mean it looked like it ricocheted off the grass right in front of home plate.
And he corks that into left field. That's a base hit for Height. Speeding around first. A long turn. He'll stay with a single. Now that one was a laser.
Correct. Some baseball terminology there, Grant. The ball don't lie.
Yes.
Basketball terminology, rather. Yeah, that was a laser.
Now it's Eli Swansea. Didn't even have to change the scorebook. Had already written it in.
The baseball gods are smiling upon us
right.
early. wide open hole in the 3-4 hole. You may see Swansea show bunt and try to slash, pull back, and swing.
Milford's 2-0 pitch. That one is pushed to the right side. Milford will glove and toss to first. That's the only play he has. His height advances to second.
Yeah, great bunt there. Almost squirted by the pitcher. If that's the case, second baseman was playing way far back.
Yep. So Swansea sacrifices his outs. Here comes Finn Howard, the pitcher. It's been a common theme the last couple of weeks when doing games where the pitchers have done a lot of the work offensively for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Good chance for Finn Howard to cash in on that. Breaking ball upstairs. The leg kick is not near as exaggerated from the stretch than it is the wind for Milford. First strike of the at-bat.
Yeah, completely different. More the long, exaggerated, almost like a Hideo Nomo type of look from the wind. Not quite as high, but you kind of long, exaggerated leg kick.
Finn in a hitter's count. And that hit him, beamed him in the left shoulder blade. And now Colson Marino's time.
From Colson, this is the guy that has the capability of, he already has a home run on the year, but after just hitting a guy, being out of rhythm a little bit, Colson has an opportunity to potentially ambush a first pitch fastball right here. Get me over fastball maybe.
Yep, you start to lose command, and then all you're worried about is finding the zone when it could come back to bite you, especially against a power hitter like Marino. Colson against Milford. First pitch. Try and back pick. It's a good idea.
Trying to see who's over there running for Finn.
Bradley Cobb over at first. Put in play, but foul.
Marino out in front a little bit. Healthy hack, but kind of beat it into the ground out in front of it. Wait back just a smidge.
One pitch. Good take. Height was in between, decides to scamper back to second. Tell this Viking offense waiting for the explosion. It was against 96 where Colson hit one a ways into the forest in left field. He's had a couple times where he smacked one up against the wall this year. Milford's got to be careful with the 2-1 pitch. Nearly took his head off, 3-1.
Now 3-1, Graham. You're looking for one pitch in one spot. Cliche, but base hitter, ball four right here.
Just one out. It was a Swansea sacrifice bunt. Height at second, Cobb at first as Marino unloads, but it's foul. Woo. Oh. That one got out of here in a hurry.
Oh, Lord. I was about to come unglued on that one. Way out in front of that breaking pitch, though.
We'll do the 3-2 again. In the dirt, bases are loaded. What an at-bat for Colson Marino.
And Graham, we talked about the top four, but perhaps one of the more underrated kids on this team, and it's just improved every time he's been out there, is Ethan Metz coming to play tonight.
Ethan Metz had a double against Westside on Monday. He's been one of the most consistent hitters this year for the Vikings. I'm not going to say the best, but even Bo and Eli have gone through their cold stretches. Metz has been there all year long.
Oh, yeah.
Consistent in the middle of the order. A great 5-hole hitter. And a chance to swing the bat with the bases loaded from the left side. Trying to break through with one out here in the first.
And then defensively, Metz at third tonight, but you'll see if anybody other than Bo or Finn are on the mound. You'll see Finn at third, Bo at short, and Metz will move over to second a lot of times.
Yep.
So
or even in the outfield.
Yep. Very versatile defensively.
Chokes up on the bat. Takes upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. And now Milford has to throw one across the plate. Westside know that. Here comes a mound visit. It doesn't get more must-win than it is right now.
I mean, this is really, if you look moving ahead the next week and a half of baseball for this Emerald Vikings ball club, you win here tonight, rubber match later this week against Westside, and then next week a huge series against Lawrence. This season could, a win here tonight could flip this season on its head in the right direction.
And really it starts with a series win against Westside.
Yep.
You need the series win against Westside, bringing you into Lawrence. And then the season, like you said, flips on its head. You get into the postseason, and who knows what happens.
Yep.
You've got the superstar talent. It's what you need in the postseason. You got Bo, you got Finn, Colson.
Eli Swansea.
Yeah, one of their long balls can spark a run in the postseason, but getting there is the hardest part.
Yep.
And with the loss Monday in Anderson, it puts the magnifying glass even more on this game here at home.
Yeah, I think that Monday's one they felt like they should have had.
Bunt shown. And it was just so fluff. It's
Graham,
2-1 now.
Graham, even on that contest Monday, Westside led 6-2, and Emerald had their chances. There was a bases loaded 2-out situation with Matthew Ritter, where we weren't able to produce, so we've had our chances.
This could be 2. It's trouble. They'll only get 1. The out at second base. It was turned by Weston Brown, so a productive out for Ethan Metz. Emerald take a 1-0 lead with second base open.
Styron's another young kid, 8th grader. Pitched really well against Fountain in relief Monday.
Really good outing on the mound. We saw him throwing a pin earlier today.
Friday, rather, excuse me.
One nothing Vikings just scored on the fielder's choice. Ethan Metz at first. Height was the one to come around and score. Quickly 0-2 here with 2 outs. It's got a big gust of wind here at Emerald High School. Military Appreciation Night. Emerald trying to have some trickeration here to get another run across. Bradley Cobb's at third. Cobb's got to go. Instead, it works out in the favor where Ethan Metz ends up at second base.
Yeah, you're hoping to get that guy at first in a pickle and then send Cobb and him score before they get in the out is the idea there. But Westside, I think, heads up baseball, just running the guy to second base.
0-2. And called strike 3 on Holton Styron to end the inning. An Emerald Plate 1 will go to the second inning with the Vikings out in front on the Lakeland Sports Network. Looking for a home in Greenwood or thinking about selling? Work with someone who knows the community inside and out. Courtney Height Realtor is a top 5 Greenwood MLS agent with almost $20 million in sales and a reputation for guiding buyers and sellers with confidence and care. Call 864-378-4686, visit CourtneyHeightRealtor.com, and follow us on Facebook at Courtney Height Realtor, serving Greenwood, South Carolina, and beyond.
A good personal injury attorney is going to be able to negotiate for you, speak with the insurance companies in their language, and ultimately file a lawsuit and take your case to court if it needs it. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
Looking for a great spot to eat, watch the game, or host your next event? That's Sports Break. Great food, cold drinks, wall-to-wall TVs, and live entertainment. Want something with a view? Head to Break on the Lake, serving up steak, seafood, and cocktails on beautiful Lake Greenwood. And when it's time to celebrate, Main Event Catering has you covered. From private parties to corporate events, they make it easy and stress-free. One family, 3 great experiences. Sports Break, Break on the Lake, Main Event Catering. Top of the second inning, Finn Howard pitching with a lead. Graham Simpson, Jacob Lethco with you on the LSN. This is a good sight for the Vikings, having their ace go out for the second, already up by a run. Saw 4 batters in the first inning. Here's the 5-hole hitter and the left fielder, Noah Pate.
You can really tell early on they're trying to establish the fastball in the inside inner half of the plate.
1-0 pitch. Popped up, and it'll trail towards foul territory. It might stay in play for Metz. He'll give way. It's in our blind spot, and apparently a catch was made.
By Bo Height.
Bo Height came from the shortstop position right up against the fence to make the play.
Yeah, Metz looked like he'd run out of room, and I think Bo called him off at the last second and made a play.
Creighton Henderson, first pitch swinging, headed towards the gap in right center field, and it'll touch the gap all the way to the base of the wall. Extra bases for the right fielder. He's thinking 3. It's fumbled through the cutoff man, and it's a 1-out triple. The outfield was playing the righty Henderson to pull. Marino was shaded toward left center field.
Yeah, he's shading him to the pull side, and that right center gap was wide open.
3 bases out of it for Henderson. Now Carson Faircloth. First pitch swinging for him. This should be deep enough to score the run. They're going to test the arm of Marino. Runner tags up. Marino's throw goes right. And we are tied up at 1, 2 down. That's how you use a triple to your favor. Next pitch, you send them in. Two sacrifices, 2 innings for Westside. Center fielder Coulter Crosby.
Colson Marino getting his steps in these last 2 at-bats, having to track balls down in the outfield.
Yeah, that's for sure. should be in play. It's in no man's land. Down the right field line and finds a spot. And I got him tied up. He'll scamper back to first.
Second baseman number 4, Weston Brown.
Seeing Westside be very aggressive. 9-hole hitter Weston Brown. It's a 1-1 offering. Finn's a strike away from sending it to the home half.
Yeah, he's been behind on both fastballs. Go right back at him again, 1-2.
Maybe a little extra oomph on it.
Yep.
Finn just shook once. See what he dials up. 1-2. Heater blown right by him. Strikeout for Howard. That's his second of the day. Westside tie it up. We'll go to the home half of the second inning. 1 apiece on the Lakeland Sports Network.
Your local State Farm agent can help you choose renter's coverage options to help protect your stuff. Customize your coverage today.
Call State Farm agent Frank Coyle in Greenwood today.
At the Height Law Firm, we exist for one reason: to make South Carolina safer. When a company cuts corners, when a driver ignores the rules, or when someone's careless mistake injures a family, we step in. Because accountability is not just about compensation, it's about preventing the next tragedy. Every case we take, we hope that we can make a change to make South Carolina a safer community.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Frank Coyle in Greenwood today.
Find your future at the G. Frank Russell Technology Center, where we believe in personalized learning and nurturing every student's unique strengths. RTC serves students from 4 high schools and 3 districts with a wide variety of programs from culinary arts, pre-engineering, auto tech, and others. We provide many different pathways for your child to explore. Talk to your school counselor and visit us at www.rtc.gwd50.org to learn more about RTC Plus and start building a better graduate today.
Milford had to labor through the first inning, saw the Vikings score a run. Westside just came back in the bottom half or the top half of the inning to tie us up with a sac fly after the triple with 1 out by Creighton Henderson. And now 7, 8, 9 in the Viking order due up to the plate here in the second.
Yeah, you want to roll this thing over to the top with less than 2 outs. Let those top 3, 4 guys go to work. See if Thomas Hodges can put together a productive at bat here to lead us off.
Military Appreciation Night. Vikings in their camo uniforms. Been told that's a player favorite. Might see him again this year.
I was about to say that's one of my favorite jerseys in the area is the I do remember the green jerseys from St. Patrick's Day. But the gray on camo and camo hats, I like the look.
0-2 to start off the inning here for Milford. Yeah, both teams wearing gray pants today. Usually you have a gray versus white matchup, but I do agree the camo looks better with the gray.
Mm-hmm. I've seen them wear the white on camo. I like the gray on camo a little bit better, though.
0-2. Last time we saw Emerald, they were in the all-purple. So I'm assuming we're not going to get the camo and purple this year.
What would you think about a purple on yellow or a yellow on purple?
They've done that before, but again, not my favorite. I think the yellow is better with gray, much like the camo.
Oh, I do like that, yeah. Gray pants, yellow jerseys, I do like that.
Full count offering. Hodges takes upstairs from 0-2. He draws the walk. Here's the 8th grader.
Pinch runner in for Thomas Hodges.
Jacoby Cade, who's coming in to pinch run for Hodges.
Shouldn't be see potentially sack bunt put on here. Get a runner in scoring position, less than 1 out, or less than 2 out, excuse me.
This is not the varsity debut for Ryland Johnson, but this year he's played a couple of JV, but he's been on the varsity bench. He's just an 8th grader, getting some swings here at the DH spot. Cade running for Hodges at first. Swing and a miss. Bunt shown, pulled back, it's a ball. So much youth on this Viking team. Now you insert another 8th grader. Taking the spot of Colton Knight, who's a senior, usually the DH. Throw back to first. Cates dives in safe. It's now 2-1.
I'd show bunt again and pull back, make him prove that he can throw a strike. Then if he evens it at two balls, 2 strikes, then you go back to work.
There's a bunt push, first base side. Milford plays his position well. There's one down. Cade now in scoring position.
Now batting for the Vikings, left fielder number 3, Matthew Ritter.
The only senior in the lineup today, Matthew Ritter. He's not your average 9-hole hitter.
Right.
Any MAC High coach team, no, you like to roll the lineup over with a lot of ease. Ritter's no slouch in the 9-hole. Bo Hyde on deck.
Looking for some redemption. Was down 6-2. Was bases loaded, 6-2 ball game in the 6th against Westside. In this series' first contest, Ritter at the plate. Grounded out the second, but from a couple people that were there said it was a very questionable out call at first that could have potentially rolled the order over to Bo. In that situation, RBI single here would be just what the doctor ordered for Matthew Ritter.
Big hole on the left side of the infield. Almost hit him. Breaking ball slipped, 2 balls and no strikes. We've seen Milford get behind time and time again. He walked the leadoff man in this inning, Hodges. Just had a sac bunt. 2 straight innings with a sacrifice bunt for the Emerald Vikings. Cade's at second, running for Hodges. Ritter at the plate, takes ball 3. See if he throws that fastball again. He does, and he misses. 2 walks in the inning. 2 on for Bo Height.
Some energy in that Emerald dugout.
They can feel it. They know what this game means.
And he's a kid with one swing of the bat can blow this thing open.
It's got a playoff type feel.
Mm-hmm.
Swung on left field. Back there is Pate. Tries to dive. He made the catch. Tumbling over down the line.
If that squirts down the line and gets past him, and then probably 2 runners score. Bo's running for days right there. God, what a good play, though.
Well, the runners stay put. What a play by Noah Pate.
I think on contact, the runner at second got about halfway down between second and third, thinking that was going to be a double.
It's up to Eli Swansea here in the popped up. Westside might get out of it. Second inning concludes. Emerald have nothing to show for it. At first and second with 1 out, and then good job by Milford to get the next 2 batters, Height and Swansea. We're tied up at 1. We've played 2 here from Emerald. We'll go to the top of the 3rd inning when we come back on the Lakeland Sports Network.
This season, fuel up like a champion at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, right here in Greenwood on the 72 Bypass Northeast. Tropical Smoothie Cafe has way more than just smoothies. We're talking fresh wraps, warm flatbreads, quesadillas, and all-day breakfast favorites. Whether you're headed to the game or grabbing something after practice, Tropical Smoothie Cafe has the flavor to keep you going. Stop by today or order ahead online. Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better.
This is Armada Law. And we really just want to be real. It's people talking to people. It's people helping people. If we do our job, you'll have a couple more tools. You'll have a couple more weapons against Goliath, because that's who we're dealing with. The insurance companies, they're not out to protect you. They're out to get money. So it's our job to educate, to empower, to help you against the big guys.
Howard's on Main is the kind of place you keep coming back to. Open 6 days a week with breakfast served every day, plus a full menu loaded with variety for lunch and dinner. Great food, friendly faces, and live music that keeps Main Street moving. From morning coffee to late night vibes, Howard's on Main delivers every time. Howard's on Main, great food, live music, and a true Greenwood favorite. Back to the top of the Westside order. Finn Howard going through the lineup for a second time. Still a 1-1 ball game. Emerald had some chances in the home half of the second. Couldn't break through. Nixon is 1 for 1 with a single today. Was stranded at second base to end the first. But the runs for Westside came off the triple in the last inning for Creighton Henderson. He was driven in on a sacrifice fly. There's strike 2.
Great command of his fastball moving east-west, working both sides of the plate so far tonight.
He's pitching with an edge. Has 2 strikeouts.
1-2 here. You've seen back-to-back fastballs maybe See if he can chase something in the dirt with a breaking ball right here.
Back-to-back foul balls.
I think he tried there, just didn't get it down enough like he wanted.
One popped up on the infield. Sky high, Bo Height is under to make the catch.
Down into the Rams. Pitcher number 5, Peyton Milford.
Pitcher Peyton Milford. One down here in the third. Three hits today for Westside. Milford had a sac bunt his first time up.
The way Milford carries himself, you can tell he's a confident young man, both on the mound and at the plate.
Finn's filling up the zone.
When he's effective, that's what he does. He's going to fill up the zone, throw a lot of strikes, let his defense work behind him.
Changing the eye level there with a high fastball. Bounced down the line and foul. A lot of foul balls today for Westside. Hacking early in the zone. Finn's been able to combat that.
Just low.
Into right center field. That one was tagged for a base hit. Patient at bat for Milford.
Down into Westside. First baseman number 13, Jacob Holmes.
My man just stepped on the first base line, and now my OCD is getting the best of me. Nothing hurt here. One ground ball away from getting out of this thing.
Vikings been able to turn a numerous amount of double plays this year defensively. Height and Mathis have been a good tandem in the middle infield. They'll check on the runner at first. Finn has a really good pickoff move for a righty.
This is an interesting matchup, cat and mouse, with good pickoff move on the mound, speedy runner at first, and Swansea behind the plate with a good arm.
Finn, the ace of the staff. Almost got the ground ball he wanted there. Jacob Holmes leads Westside this year in batting average. And it's a pretty impressive one at 400. Reason why he's batting third in the order. Hitting .405, 15 for 37 this year. 5 of those extra base hits. .12 runs driven in with a big first baseman. Bounces past Swansea. Now take away the traditional double play. Runner in scoring position for the Rams. That's a foul ball hit off his foot. That one we know for sure.
Yes, right. No need for a review on that.
Yeah.
Last night we went to the review booth.
We did go to the review booth yesterday at Greenwood.
Compliments of
a very controversial call at home plate. Our good buddy Rickson Lane was there on the scene as well.
Joey Ellis, best cameraman in the business.
That's right. Throw back to second. Height tried to sell it. It's Peyton Milford, the pitcher, is out there running.
Bouncing around out there, but it almost got himself in trouble.
Got a 2-strike count on the 3-hole hitter Holmes. Big pitch. Another foul ball. Westside been able to make a lot of contact today. They've been torching right center field. To Finn's credit, he's gotten 2 strikes almost every count. Got him swinging.
Big strike out there. Went fastball up the previous pitch and then went to Will one more time. Good pitch right there.
Number 10, Brody Cottle.
Struck out Brody Cottle last time. And they will intentionally walk him to get to Noah Pate.
Now batting for the Rams, left fielder number
Coach
6,
Hyatt is one to use the intentional walk a lot more than others.
Third center for the Rams, number 8, Tanner Schmitz.
First and second after the intentional walk. Noah Pate, the left fielder. He's 0 for 1, popped up to Bo Height. Well, that is when Bo went all the way to the fence of the third base foul line.
From our angle, I have no clue how he made the catch.
Yeah, we couldn't see because the dugout's in our way. But Bo ended up with it. And Pate has been decent in this lineup, but there's something that Coach Height thinks that he could take advantage of. Walk and Cottle. Runner goes, bounce foul, and it's 0-2. That's Peyton Milford on the run there.
Almost like a delayed hit and run there. See if he climbs the ladder with a fastball like he did the previous batter.
No, he got a 6.
Oh, 2. High and tight for Finn. It's pressure at bat. As the man of the plate in this situation, you always have a chip on your shoulder. Man in front of you just got walked. 2 outs in the inning. Howard trying to sit him down. Delivers the 1-2. Try to nibble at the corner.
It's a good spot.
Counts even at 2. Runner on the move. Looked like our umpire was getting ready for a called third strike. Instead, the throw goes up the line and a run scores.
It looked like he was about to ring him up.
Yeah, it looked like he was about to ring him up and then pump faked us all.
Like he went to ring him up.
It scores a run. And I think this is what Coach Hyde is going to talk about.
He went to signal strike 3, and then there was this. This still doesn't matter, my friend. It's strike 3.
So is the pitch a ball? That would be a walk. Or it would be 3-2, excuse me.
I mean, he went halfway up to ring him up is what it looked like from up here, but.
Runner scores 2-1 Westside. In the air to center. Colson Marino is under. And that'll end the inning. But Westside sneak one by. 2-1. Rams have the lead. They scored 2 unanswered. We'll go to the home half of the third on the other side. You're watching on the Lakeland Sports Network. Looking for a great spot to eat, watch the game, or host your next event? That's Sports Break. Great food, cold drinks, wall-to-wall TVs, and live entertainment. Want something with a view? Head to Break on the Lake, serving up steak, seafood, and cocktails on beautiful Lake Greenwood. And when it's time to celebrate, Main Event Catering has you covered. From private parties to corporate events, they make it easy and stress-free. One family, 3 great experiences. Sports Break, Break on the Lake, Main Event Catering. Looking for a home in Greenwood or thinking about selling? Work with someone who knows the community inside and out. Courtney Height Realtor is a top 5 Greenwood MLS agent with almost $20 million in sales and a reputation for guiding buyers and sellers with confidence and care. Call 864-378-4686, visit CourtneyHeightRealtor.com, and follow us on Facebook at Courtney Height Realtor, serving Greenwood, South Carolina, and beyond.
I had just left my house, went through the light, and was turning into a gas station. I heard the screech and kind of looked in my mirror. I was terrified. Everybody kept telling me, "You've got to get an attorney." She was there for me. Just a few phone calls with her to see her diligence. So it was just good to be able to trust.
Three, 4, and 5 2 up in the order for the Emerald Vikings. Westside just got a run in. A controversial call. We could go to the official review if necessary. We'll see. But from what it looked like is that it was the pump fake on the call of the third strike. And he changed his mind mid-ring up. Ends up causing Emerald to run. And Finn Howard was on the mound when that happened as the Viking pitcher has a chance to put a jolt into the offense here, leading off the third inning. Emerald Baseball on the Lakeland Sports Network. Looking for a win at home. Last home win came against Wren. Man, a big region matchup. And a big region win, keeping them afloat. And it set the stage for today. So much riding on this between the Rams and the Vikings. Off the glove. Faircloth not able to make the play. Howard's going to scamper over to second, stretching it out. Throw will not be in time. Good way to start off the inning.
Now batting for the Vikings, center fielder number 14, Colson Marino.
Go down as an E5 in the book. Fielding error and then a throwing error.
Here's where you need the middle of your lineup to step up right here.
Tying run in scoring position. Colson shows bunt. Pulls back and there's ball 1.
Would you bunt Colson in this situation?
I mean, I get it. Runner on third, 1 out. Bet's the guy who's going to put it in play, but I'd let him swing away right here.
2-0?
2-0.
Yeah, I'm letting him
green
swing.
light. I mean, I get putting the bunt sign on, but I'd let him swing.
Shows bunt again. And I think he was free swinging all the way, 3-0.
Red light right here.
Yeah.
Now, you walk Colson here and you put the bunt on with Metz, move runners second, third with 1 out, and let Holdensteiner go to work behind him. Now, don't ask my 8-year-old son that question, Graham, because 3-0 on the MLB The Show, he's pressing square for power and trying to send that one in the trees.
And I've been buying MLB The Show since like 2012, still haven't drawn a walk.
Yeah, he's, my man, just one rookie of the year, 55 home runs, 0 walks.
Hey, doing your Michael Harris impression.
Yeah. Who needs walks? Yeah. If you ask my son.
Ethan Metz bunts it foul.
Yeah, that's the situation. 4 straight balls. You'd like to maybe see him throw a strike. Show bunt, pull back until he throws a strike.
Got to be careful with your bunt selection now with 1 strike. Can't be giving Milford any favors.
I mean, that left side is wide open.
Yeah, they're having the shortstop, J.J. Nixon, hold the runner at second, especially with the lefty at the plate. You really want Metz to just punch one the other way here. Shows bunt. Oh, nice breaking ball into the zone, 1-2. Milford has had a hard time trying to find the outside. Everything's missing arm side for him. Even that last breaking ball started outside, then dipped into the zone. Tried to go back to it on the 2-2, and it slipped. Successful bunt. Runners at second and third now.
Sack bunt by Milford there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now a ground ball to the right side scores a run. You want a ground ball to the right side or get something in the grass up in the air?
Westside will keep their infield back. They're ready to concede the run to tie it up. It'll do more than that. Into right field. Green light for Marino. Throw comes in. Marino is safe at home. 2-run single for Ethan Metz, and the Vikings take the lead.
What I know, right? You're talking about Ethan Metz, how much he's stepped up, man. What a huge AB right there. 3-1 lead, 3-2 lead, and you see the emotion there at first base. No hesitation there, giving Marino the green light to score there.
Holdensteiner after the 2-run single for Metz. Milford delivers. First pitch swinging off the end of the bat. Shallow center taken by Nixon. 1 pitch and the first out of the inning.
First baseman number 8, Thomas Hodges.
First 3 had reached before that first pitch out. Thomas Hodges drew a walk. That was in the second inning. He led things off. An inning where Emerald really threatened but failed to score. Now they've had 2 so far in this frame to regain the lead.
Not a bad swing.
He want him really going after it. We've hit the bottom of the third. Milford having to battle the sun, peeking through the trees.
We saw the sun come into play late innings last night during the Greenwood game.
Strike two. We see both ballparks have the sun set down the first base line. Both ballparks facing south. One, two. In the air to shallow center again. This time they'll call on Crosby. Has to make a dive, and he does. They got to go back to first. Tough play. Mets got in there safely. That was close.
Was close.
Almost a double play.
Yeah. Mets kind of in no man's land there. They have to be halfway between first and second if it drops in. Off the bat, it looked like he was going to drop in. Dodged a bullet with him being able to get back, though.
2 outs now. Johnson with a sac bunt his last time up. Now swinging the lumber with 2 outs. And 2 strikes. Off his fists. Long throw across the diamond. It's in time for Faircloth. A good response from Milford. First 3 reached, including a 2-run single for Ethan Metz, and then he sits down Styron, Hodges, and Johnson in order. The Emerald Vikings regain the lead, 3-2 for EHS here at home, and one of the most important games of the season. We'll head to the 4th when we come back on the Lakeland Sports Network.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Frank Coyle in Greenwood today.
Find your future at the G. Frank Russell Technology Center, where we believe in personalized learning and nurturing every student's unique strengths. RTC serves students from 4 high schools and 3 districts with a wide variety of programs from culinary arts, pre-engineering, auto tech, and others. We provide many different pathways for your child to explore. Talk to your school counselor and visit us at www.rtc.gwd50.org to learn more about RTC Plus and start building a better graduate today.
Home. It's the house you grew up in, the still warm cookies in the jar at Grandma's, the warm sun on your back, and the buzz of the bugs in the lake where Dad taught you to bait a hook. It's the place you put down roots, pin your hopes and dreams for the future, the connections we've made, and the adventures we've yet to take. This is home, and home is here.
Call State Farm agent Frank Coyle in Greenwood for an auto quote today.
Back on the Lakewood Sports Network, Graham and Jacob with you. 3-2 the lead as we head to the 4th. Finn Howard on the mound. He's facing the 7-hole hitter, or excuse me, the 6-hole hitter. And Creighton Henderson had a double on him last time.
He tripled, did he not?
Excuse me, a triple, excuse me.
Tripled and scored on the sac fly.
Yep, it was the next batter in Faircloth that drove him in. Straight up, Swansea drops the mask, has some room, and he makes it up against the screen. What a play for the Viking catcher.
His bat's coming along this year, but defensively in this area, you won't find a better defensive catcher than Eli Swansea. What a play right there.
Now batting for Westside. Third baseman number 1.
It's a big league play.
Faircloth.
Carson Faircloth, third baseman. It's cued and fouled.
Graham Finn's obviously not going to overpower you with his fastball, but where he's most effective is whenever he's keeping things down in the zone, mixing pitches, and inducing a lot of ground balls.
What we've seen from him today is a lot of pop-ups.
Yep. A lot of soft contact.
Yep.
Out minus the triple.
Two 2-1 from Howard. Half-hearted swing and a miss, 2-2.
Climb the ladder with a fastball right here, maybe.
Fastball has been the strikeout pitch today. Howard rears back. This one will go over the screen. No play for Swansea, a souvenir. Tombo Height was ready to rob a home run, climbing over the fence like he was Joe Adele. It was out of his reach. He'll get another chance at it. Tombo's tracking it, and again out of his reach. You see where the glove that Joe Adele had is making its way to Cooperstown.
I did not see that. That's pretty awesome.
Robbed 3 home runs in one game. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 for Howard.
Went fastball, and then just pulled the string on a breaking ball there. Great pitch.
I feel like that's got to be hard as an outfielder. You just robbed 3 home runs with your glove. You don't want to part ways with it.
Especially superstitious baseball players are. Yeah.
But I guess Cooperstown needs it. One-0 pitch into Coulter Crosby, the center fielder. Crosby a whack and a miss. Waving at strike 2. Back-to-back whiffs.
You go back with another fastball here, or?
Finn just struck out Faircloth. It was on the breaking ball. Fastball at the knees, a called strike 3. 1, 2, 3. Go down the Rams in the 4th. Still 3-2 for the Vikings. Home half on the other side. You're watching on the Lakeland Sports Network.
At the Height Law Firm, we exist for one reason: to make South Carolina safer. When a company cuts corners, when a driver ignores the rules, or when someone's careless mistake injures a family, we step in. Because accountability is not just about compensation. It's about preventing the next tragedy. Every case we take, we hope that we can make a change to make South Carolina a safer community.
Howard's on Main is the kind of place you keep coming back to. Open 6 days a week with breakfast served every day, plus a full menu loaded with variety for lunch and dinner. Great food, friendly faces, and live music that keeps Main Street moving. From morning coffee to late night vibes, Howard's on Main delivers every time. Howard's on Main, great food, live music, and a true Greenwood favorite.
A good personal injury attorney will level the playing field between you and the insurance companies. They will work your case up so that you can get maximum value and maximum compensation. Insurance companies know how to pay minimum value to consumers. That's how they make money. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
Vikings looking to tack on more. They have a 3-2 lead here at Emerald High School. One of the more consequential games of the season. 9-1-2 due up. Good part of the order for Emerald to start off a frame against Milford. He has struggled to get the leadoff man out. Emerald have had the leadoff man reach aboard all 3 innings. Ritter to left field. That'll send Pate back, but he's got plenty of room to make the grab.
Now batting for the Vikings, shortstop number 4, Bo Hyde.
Bo flew out to left his last time up. On a play down the line, a good one by Noah Pate. A lot harder than the play he just made to get Ritter out.
Yeah, one of those. It looked like he was going to lay out, but couldn't decide if he should or not, so shoestring catch.
Bo takes a breaking pitch on the outside.
Bo's barreled up. Barreled up the ball, both swings, though. Ooh.
Right up the middle, crushed into center field for height. There's a 1-out single.
Now batting for the Vikings, catcher number 2, Eli Swansea.
Great piece of hitting from Bo Height. Ooh, he's now 2 for 3.
We talked about laser jokingly. First about that was a laser.
That one whizzed by. with Hyde at second. Eli's got gap-to-gap power. Emerald looking to tack on with one out. Colson Marino's on deck, or excuse me, Finn Howard's on deck. Marino's in the hole. Ground ball to third. It gobbled up. Faircloth. They'll throw to first. Height goes to third. Slides in safe. Good base running. With two down, there's a runner 90 feet away.
That took a nasty bounce at third. Great job by the third baseman. They're staying with it.
Number 5, Finn Howard.
Two outs for Finn Howard. Takes a first pitch breaker. And you heard the shouts of help yourself. Finn is on the mound. Just dealt a flawless top of the fourth. It's down 0-2 here with two outs. Emerald needs this win to even up the series. They lost in Anderson 7-2 on Monday. Finn's been hit today on that similar pitch. It was the first inning where Milford let one slip arm side. 1-2. Right-hander facing Howard delivers. Just miss. One at the outside corner. Count even. Finn reached and scored in the third on an E5. Milford with a runner at third. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he gets out of the inning. Emerald can't make anything out of the Bo Height single and stolen base. Milford showing some guts on the mound. We head to the top of the fifth. A 3-2 lead for the Emerald Vikings on the Lakeland Sports Network.
This is Armada Law. And we really just want to be real. It's people talking to people. It's people helping people. If we do our job, you'll have a couple more tools. You'll have a couple more weapons against Goliath, because that's who we're dealing with. The insurance companies, they're not out to protect you. They're out to get money. So it's our job to educate, to empower, to help you against the big guys.
Looking for a home in Greenwood or thinking about selling? Work with someone who knows the community inside and out. Courtney Height Realtor is a top 5 Greenwood MLS agent with almost $20 million in sales and a reputation for guiding buyers and sellers with confidence and care. Call 864-378-4686, visit CourtneyHeightRealtor.com, and follow us on Facebook at Courtney Height Realtor, serving Greenwood, South Carolina and beyond.
Find your future at the G. Frank Russell Technology Center, where we believe in personalized learning and nurturing every student's unique strengths. RTC serves students from 4 high schools and 3 districts. With a wide variety of programs from culinary arts, pre-engineering, auto tech, and others, we provide many different pathways for your child to explore. Talk to your school counselor and visit us at www.rtc.gwd50.org to learn more about RTC Plus and start building a better graduate today.
Nine-hole hitter Weston Brown to lead things off. We've hit the 5th inning. Emerald still holding on to a 1-run lead. And Finn Howard just had his best inning in the 4th. 2 strikeouts and a pop-up to his catcher. Brown at the plate is 0 for 1. Struck out looking in the 2nd. The 69th pitch of the day, and for a called strike, it's 1-1. Here's number 70. Swing and a miss. He has been missing a lot of barrels second time through. First time through, there was abundance of foul balls. Called strike 3. Not the case second time through. Another strikeout for Howard. That's his 4th, his second time through the order, and his 6th today. Now he'll go through for a third time with J.J. Nixon, the leadoff man, to the plate.
Really challenging guys with a fastball that second time through the lineup.
He's got the utmost confidence in the heater right now with one down. A little high and outside. Good pitch, but just miss. 3 balls and no strikes now. J.J. Nixon, 1 for 2 today, popped up to bow height his last time up. Deals ball 4. A 1-out walk.
Now batting for the Rams, pitcher number 5, Peyton Milford.
First free pass that Finn has given up. There has been an intentional walk today, but first base on balls. The pitcher, Milford. And he turns on it foul down the line. Strike 1.
Milford's a confident kid just watching him, but a competitor.
Yeah, he is the ultimate competitor. He's displayed that on the mound. Tried to jump on the first pitch from Howard. Got a single off of him in the third. It's 1 for 2. Finn deals a breaking pitch, couldn't get it in the zone. Tucked it high and away. It has been a pitcher's duel. Checks his swing, doesn't matter. Called strike 2. And a big strike for Howard.
Maybe pull the string on a breaking ball right here. He's been so aggressive. At the plate.
2-2. Fastball out of the zone. Overcooked it.
Mm-hmm.
Runner takes off, pitches in the dirt, and it's ball 4. So after not walking anybody through the first 4 innings, back-to-back walks for Finn Howard. The most dangerous hitter in the Westside lineup to the plate now, Jacob Holmes, 0 for 2 today. Big left-hander stands in. And Finn has not been afraid to challenge him with the heater.
No. Really, second, now third time through, it's been predominantly going right at guys with that heater.
Oh, 1. Through the left side, past the dive of height. This might tie us up. They're going to send Nixon. Throw will be cut off. Westside have tied us up at 3. Caudle was intentionally walked his last time. Runners stay at first and second for the Rams. Pitch count is rising for Finn. This will be his 84th pitch. Howard delivers. Well, they try to send him back to Height. Almost got the runner tied up. That's Milford, the pitcher over there at second base. Westside have already tied it up in this inning. We're in the 5th. That one is demolished left center field, and it is to the wall. Caudle comes through. Westside take the lead, looking for more. Heights throw home, not in time. Five to 3 Rams. And Caudle advanced to third on the throw. He clears the bases.
Nominated for the Rams, left fielder number 6, Noah Pate.
And a gut punch for Emerald. First pitch swinging in the air, right field, towards the line. Holden Styron lays out, and he caught it on the bounce. He'll score another run. It's now 6 to 3.
You go from cruising to you walk 2 guys, and now you're in a mess.
Third time through has not been kind. Counts as an RBI double. Here's Creighton Henderson. Last 5 have reached. See if he jumps on the first pitch here. Runner at second. Half-hearted swing went around. Finn trying to bounce back against a guy that he's gotten out once today. But his first at-bat was a triple by Creighton Henderson, who's at the plate now. Howard's 0-2. Called strike 3. Pierce the inside portion.
Hey, good part of the order coming up.
Third baseman number 1.
Don't let this guy in second score and go back in and try to get the bats going again. Got to get this guy there.
Third baseman Faircloth. First pitch swinging into left field. Pate will get the green light. It's bobbled by Ritter. His throw's not in time. Westside played another. The Vikings have unraveled in the fifth. 5 put up by the Rams. Ninth man to the plate is Crosby. Soft pop-up halfway down the line. Thomas Hodges takes care of it. Third out of the inning. Westside came into the fifth, down 3-2. They'll end it up 7-3. Home half when we come back on the LSN.
At the Height Law Firm, we exist for one reason: to make South Carolina safer. When a company cuts corners, when a driver ignores the rules, or when someone's careless mistake injures a family, we step in. Because accountability is not just about compensation. It's about preventing the next tragedy. Every case we take, we hope that we can make a change to make South Carolina a safer community.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Frank Coyle in Greenwood today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Frank Coyle in Greenwood today.
Bottom of the fifth, and the Vikings need some runs. A 5-spot put up in the top half. Starts with Colson Marino, still facing Milford out there. First pitch breaker, that was sharp, in for a called strike one. Third time through. Did not play in Howard's favor. But Milford starting to flip the switch. Marino's been walked twice.
Tried a quick pitch right there.
Upstairs, 2-2. Colson looks at a called third strike. The big looper. Milford is starting to find his off speeds.
That was a good pitch right there.
There's Ethan Metz. He's been the MVP of the day. First pitch swinging, second base side. It's a little miscommunication, a bobble. Jacob Holmes, the first baseman, went out of his jurisdiction. Styron in search of his first hit. Would be a big time to find it. First fastball we've seen in a while. Hitters count for Styron. It's only been 2 walks today, 3 walks, excuse me. To make it 4. And now the Vikings, with just 1 out in the inning, have 2 on.
Now, if you're Hodges 4 straight, make them, I'd say, red light in this situation until they throw a strike. Milford kind of overthrowing those, trying to overextend those last couple pitches, overthrowing a little bit.
1 out in the inning. Vikings just gave up 5 in the top half of the 5th. Need to respond. A playoff spot is in the balance with this series. Westside took game 1. It's the only game that Emerald will have at home against the Rams. Gotta make it count. Hodges looks, and it's ball 1, excuse me. Walking a fly out to center for Thomas today.
Great patience last couple at bats for Emerald. Milford visibly frustrated.
Started off with a great at-bat against Marino, then the E3 and a walk. Something similar happened with Finn Howard in the top of this inning, I should say, where he got the first batter out with a strikeout, and then the next 6 reached.
There's a saying, Graham, that body language never whispers, it always screams, and it's screaming frustration right now on the mound for Milford.
Deals a strike. Count is full. Pressure at bat for Hodges. This will be the second baseman, Brown. There's out number 2.
Big bounce back by Milford right there.
Johnson, the DH, grounded to third base his last time, the 8th grader. First varsity start this year. Played a couple games in right field, the varsity level, as a 7th grader a season ago. I think we just saw Colson Marino throwing some in the Emerald bullpen. Swing and a miss.
Ooh.
Johnson went chasing.
He swung at ball 3 right there.
Matthew Ritter's on deck. Pokes at second base side. Weston Brown waits on it, wings it over to first, and it's in time. Johnson put on the burners, but not enough for the eternal clock of Weston Brown. And the Vikings, after getting 2 on, fail to score any runs in the 5th. To the top of the 6th we go, Westside in control.
A good personal injury attorney is going to be able to negotiate for you, speak with the insurance companies in their language, and ultimately file a lawsuit and take your case to court if it needs it. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
Looking for a great spot to eat, watch the game, or host your next event? That's Sports Break. Great food, cold drinks, wall-to-wall TVs, and live entertainment. Want something with a view? Head to Break on the Lake, serving up steak, seafood, and cocktails on beautiful Lake Greenwood. And when it's time to celebrate, Main Event Catering has you covered. From private parties to corporate events, they make it easy and stress-free. One family, 3 great experiences. Sports Break, Break on the Lake, Main Event Catering.
This season, fuel up like a champion at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, right here in Greenwood on the 72 Bypass Northeast. Tropical Smoothie Cafe has way more than just smoothies. We're talking fresh wraps, warm flatbreads, quesadillas, and all-day breakfast favorites. Whether you're headed to the game or grabbing something after practice, Tropical Smoothie Cafe has the flavor to keep you going. Stop by today or order ahead online. Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better.
New pitcher on the mound for the Vikings is Colson Marino, so we saw him tossing with Swansea in the bullpen while Emerald were batting. And now he has taken Finn Howard's spot on the mound. Finn goes to third base. That moves third baseman Ethan Metz to left field. And Ethan Metz will cover for Marino, who was in center, now on the mound. So looking at Matthew Ritter in center field, Ethan Metz in left, Finn Howard at third. Everything else stays the same for the Vikings. 9-1-2 due up. And there's strike one for Marino against Weston Brown. So 9 to the plate in the 5th. 5 runs came across for Westside to right field. This will challenge Styron. He got a good jump on it. And there's out number 1. Good start to Marino's night on the mound. The challenge starts with J.J. Nixon. He got the rally started in the last frame. He drew a walk, so did Milford, who's on deck, and then single, double, double, and later on an RBI single for Faircloth was the final blow. Center field, Matthew Ritter just now into the game, runs it down in the gap. Two quick outs.
Number 5, Peyton Milford.
2 fly ball outs.
Yeah, Ritter slid over from left to center. Good play right there.
Pitcher Milford, the last chance for the Rams here in the 6th. Colson deals a breaking ball in there for a called strike 2. Starting to paint that inside edge. Good sign for the Vikings. Strike away from an impressive 1-2-3.
Swansea tried to frame it there on 1-2.
Called strike 3.
A 1-2-3, sixth inning for Colson Marino, as swift as it gets. To the bottom half we go on the Lakeland Sports Network.
A good personal injury attorney is going to be able to negotiate for you, speak with the insurance companies in their language, and ultimately file a lawsuit and take your case to court if it needs it. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
Call State Farm agent Frank Coyle in Greenwood for an auto quote today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Frank Coyle in Greenwood today.
New pitcher on the mound for the Westside Rams is Weston Brown, who was the second baseman. He's a freshman. Coming in at a big spot, 4 runs a cushion. Emerald running out of daylight. And Westside got a great start out of Milford. Looked like he could have run into a lot of trouble, did a lot of damage control, ended up with just 3 runs against him. And right now, comes out of the game. Emerald are delighted to see the pin.
1,000% welcome. Welcome to the party, Brown.
Yeah.
This is if Emerald's gonna put up a few runs right here, it's against a freshman in a region spot, first region anchor. I don't know, just a tight spot region baseball, playoff atmosphere, like you said. 9-1-2 coming up. Great part of the lineup to get something going here.
Matthew Ritter now in center field. Brown's first pitch bounces, went 60 feet. He's going to have to face Ritter, Height, and Swansea. Ground ball to the new third baseman. What can't Milford do?
I honestly feel like that's one of those situations. He spikes ball 160 feet. You got to make him come to you, but in that situation, try to be a leadoff.
Trying to work the counts on.
Yeah, work the counts on him. Here, a few more pitches.
First pitch to Height is a called strike. So Milford, who was on the mound, just made the great play at third. Brown was the second baseman, so Faircloth, who was previously at the hot corner, now taking his spot at second base. Try to nibble out the corner, count even at 1. Brown is a freshman, working against the sophomore phenom and Bo Height. 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Height uncorks it. Base hit into left. Got all of that one on the pool side.
God, these last 3 series in the region play, Bo's been on fire. I think it'd be an understatement.
That's his 3rd hit today. All singles for Bo. He's a stealing threat with Swansea at the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swansea to center field. There's Crosby out there, backpedals and reaches over his shoulder to collect the first out. Or the second out, I should say.
Third baseman, number 5, Finn Howard.
You know, with the way Finn Howard, as he steps to the plate, how he exited the game on the mound, he'd like to have a little redemption at the plate here.
Now the third baseman. Weston Brown, first inning of relief. Ground ball up the middle. Faircloth will charge. He bobbled, boots it in his glove. Howard safe. Inning continues to Colson Marino.
Now batting for the Vikings, pitcher number 14, Colson Marino.
Brown has more work to do after the E4. Marino's walked twice. He struck out his last time up. They just dealt a great inning of relief in the top half. Oh, watch out, third base dugout.
Making sure they're still awake over there.
Yeah. They give a thumbs up. Foul ball made it strike 2 on Marino. Popped it up. Jacob Holmes collects the third out of the inning, and Weston Brown gets a scoreless frame in relief. Score remains Westside 7, Emerald 3 on the Lakeland Sports Network.
I had just left my house, went through the light and was turning into a gas station. I heard the screech and kind of looked in my mirror. I was terrified. Everybody kept telling me, "You've got to get an attorney." She was there for me. Just a few phone calls with her to see her diligence. So it was just good to be able to trust.
Looking for a home in Greenwood or thinking about selling? Work with someone who knows the community inside and out. Courtney Height Realtor is a top 5 Greenwood MLS agent with almost $20 million in sales and a reputation for guiding buyers and sellers with confidence and care. Call 864-378-4686, visit CourtneyHeightRealtor.com, and follow us on Facebook at Courtney Height Realtor, serving Greenwood, South Carolina and beyond. Top of the 7th, Colson Marino for his second inning out of the pen, facing Jacob Holmes, the first baseman. So we start off the 7th frame. Emerald just left 2 runners on in the bottom of the 6th.
Marino wants to keep this at 4. Still manageable. Holmes had an RBI single in the 5th. Westside looking to get back to 500. And their 7th region win. It would give them the series win over Emerald.
Ooh, good spot right there.
Would put them in sole position for 3rd place. Emerald and Lawrence will duke it out in 2 weeks. Three-two. In the air to left. Tough time of night to see, but Metz will camp under to make the grab. There's one away.
Now batting for Rams, catcher number 10.
Colson's been solid out of the bullpen. Great outing so far tonight.
Brody Cottle, 2-run double his last time up. To center field. Ritter's going back. Has space. Fly ball outs for Marino have been abundant.
Now batting for Westside, left fielder number 6, Noah Pate.
Now it's the left fielder Noah Pate. He also had an RBI double in the 5th. Where Styron almost got to it. Would have scored a run either way on the sac fly, but Styron caught it on the bounce down the line after his diving effort. That was Pate's first hit today. He's 1 for 3. And now 0-2 on the count. That'll be height written all over it. 6 up, 6 down out of the bullpen for Colson. Marino completely shuts down Westside's offense. 7th inning we go. Emerald looking for a comeback at home against Westside. A lot riding on it. Lakeland Sports Network.
Looking for a great spot to eat, watch the game, or host your next event? That's Sports Break. Great food, cold drinks, wall-to-wall TVs, and live entertainment. Want something with a view? Head to Break on the Lake, serving up steak, seafood, and cocktails on beautiful Lake Greenwood. And when it's time to celebrate, Main Event Catering has you covered. From private parties to corporate events, they make it easy and stress-free. One family, 3 great experiences. Sports Break, Break on the Lake, Main Event Catering.
Your local State Farm agent can help you choose renter's coverage options to help protect your stuff. Customize your coverage today.
Call State Farm agent Frank Coyle in Greenwood today.
Second inning of work now for Brown, the freshman, in the sixth. Faced the top of the Emerald order and left 2 on for the Vikings. He's going to have to face Ethan Metz, Holden Styron, and Thomas Hodges at least 5, 6, and 7 in the Emerald order.
He did a good job of navigating his way through the top half of that Emerald lineup in the sixth. Gave up a single to Bo Height, but kind of worked his way around everything else.
We're talking in between the breaks. Just got to make this interesting.
Yeah. Hey, if you can get some guys in and roll around to the – if you can some way get it back to the top. If you can get Height in the box one more time, see what happens.
It could be done.
Main thing is you got to work the count. You got to extend at bats. You got to be competitive. You can't go chasing after things. If pitch is there, obviously you hit it. You put a good swing on it, but you got to be patient in this situation if you're the Emerald.
This part of the lineup for the Vikings has reached 6 times. 3 of those for Ethan Metz. Down 7-3. The 5-run 5th inning has been the ball game thus far. The Westside were able to get to Howard on his 3rd time through. Emerald looking for a response. It's now or never. That'll soft tap to left field. That's in for a base hit. Outfield was playing shallow, not shallow enough. Metz leads off the 7th with a single.
That's really his natural swing, is kind of inside out on it and serving it the other way. Great lead off at bat there from Ethan Metz.
Right fielder Styron took a walk his last time in the 5th.
Whew. It's always the outside strike call that drives me nuts, is when you're already set up outside and the catcher has to reach even farther.
Yeah, you weren't a big fan of the strike 1. Try to go to it again. Same spot, same result. I think Blue wants to get out of here. A little jam shot, shallow left, an easier play. It's going to be taken by Nixon, the shortstop, 1 down. Emerald, their final 2 out. If you're Hodges, you might want that one back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Hung missed a spot with the off speed right there.
Brown got strike 2. Here's his 1-2 delivery. Didn't get the outside this time. It was a little low. Count even. Hodges trying to be the spark plug. Runner at first. Stays alive. Freshman Brown delivers the pitch. We got a full count. Hodges drew a walk his first time up in the 2nd.
Fly out to center and a pop up to second his previous 2 at-bats. Payoff. Bouncer, that is fair. Hits off the bag. No, fouled. Ooh. Foul ball caught at the last moment by Milford. Matt Kites, the third base coach, doesn't seem to have any displeasure with the call.
Milford hurt his hand.
Yeah. Seems to be okay. Count remains 3-2. Bouncer through the right side, and it gets past Faircloth. Ethan Metz will go to third. They're at the corners with 1 down.
A little hit and run on a full count right there.
Yeah, and Faircloth, the second baseman, was going to cover the bag.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Nice piece of hitting there by Hodges, just serving it the other way.
If he was playing straight up normal, would have been a tougher play due to the bounce, but he would have been right there at it. Ryland Johnson, the DH. 2 singles in the inning. Metz at third. Hodges at first. One 0. Brown's starting to miss his spot. And the pitching coach is going to have a chat.
What you don't want to do is, if you get it back to the top with less than 2 outs and give Bo Hyde a chance to tie this thing up. That's what you don't want to do. Because it looks like a beach ball right now to him.
Yep.
And you know he's coming out of his stinking shoes if he gets the opportunity.
2 on right now. Johnson is the 8-hole hitter. Matthew Ritter's on deck before it flips over to Bo Height, who is 3 for 4 today. Johnson, his last 2 times, has grounded into the infield. Can't afford one of those in this spot. 2 balls, no strikes. Runners on the corners. Emerald down by 4. They went into the 5th inning up 3-2. They left it down 7-3. It's been the story ever since. Looking to make things interesting in a must-win game against the Westside Rams. Johnson, the 8th grader, against the freshman pitcher Brown. That's his first strike of the AB. Got Hodges at first, Metz at third. Ground ball. Nixon, Faircloth, in time. Or was it?
We called him safe. So
they called him safe. Okay, run scores. 7-4. Just the 2-man crew. It's hard to tell sometimes. They called him safe.
Nixon at shortstop did a good job handling that tough hop. I thought him might eat him up a little bit, but good job defensively from him at short.
Popped up, shallow right. Faircloth going out, Henderson coming in, and that is the ball game. Westside walk away with a 3-run win. Vikings had a chance to climb their way back, but ultimately left runners on in the 5th, 6th, and the 7th.
Yeah, you leave runners on 5th, 6th, and the 7th.
2 in each. So 6 runners left on base in the last 3 innings, no runs.
And, you know, I thought that Finn Howard pitched well first 4 innings. 5th inning kind of control got away from a couple of bats, and Westside some timely hitting. But that was much like tonight when you leave 6 runners on in 3 innings, you leave the bases loaded on Monday night. Can't score. You get guys on, but sooner or later you got to come with some hits.
That's a frustrating one, and one that sets you back this year in your regular season. This was the game that you wanted to have. You got Westside at home, someone that you thought you could hang with. Let one slip Monday, and then today, similar story. Had the lead, had the 3-2. Ethan Metz gave you that lead.
Ethan Metz
couldn't hold on.
Yep, Metz gave you the lead, and then Howard comes back the next inning and pitches a clean 4th, and you have all the momentum in the world. Comes out the 5th with 1 out, or gets the first out, walks the next 2 guys, and then where Emerald didn't get the timely hitting with guys on Westside, was able to tack on.
Yeah, Emerald, they got a Bo Height single in the 4th and then grounded a 3rd strikeout of Howard, and then once you get to the 5th inning, they just didn't have any sort of production with 2 outs, and that's been the name of the game. How well can you hit with 2 outs? More often than not, the opponents are doing it better, and that's why Emerald has lost this series, but you still got to win Game 3. Still a lot to play for. You never know what's going to happen the final 2 weeks of region play. Still have Lawrence coming here for 1. You got to go to Lawrence for 2. They're in a down year, the Raiders. So if you can finish out the regular season with 4 straight region wins, still put yourself pretty for Westside to maybe have a hiccup down the road.
Yeah, it's still a lot of baseball left to play. And if you're Coach Hyde, the battle is just – much like whenever we've been on broadcasts of Greenwood games, both teams have a lot of youth, and with this Emerald team, it's just wiping the slate clean. And the only way you learn how to compete in these situations is by being in them. I've said that a lot, but it's true. For your Coach Hyde, you just got to go back to the drawing board and hope to salvage something of the series later on this week, and then regroup and get ready for Lawrence.
Anytime Finn Howard's on the mound, you feel like you got to win, and today it was the 3rd time through for him. As soon as he started the 3rd time through at the top of the order, he walked the first 2 batters, then gave up 3 straight hits, and then a later RBI single came into the 8th man in the inning in Faircloth, the 3rd baseman, and that 5 runs in the 5th become costly.
Yeah, he was working his fastball well tonight, I thought, not tonight, I thought, and then, like you said, control got out of the way, or lost his control a little bit.
Second time through was flawless.
Yeah, the 3rd time through walked the first 2 guys and then had to come at guys with runners on, and they didn't miss. Credit to them.
Ethan Metz had 2 hits for the Vikings. One of them was a 2-run single in the 3rd, which gave Emerald a 3-2 lead. They would not score the rest of the night. Bo Height was 3 for 4, all singles, but a good showing overall from the Westside offense as they took advantage of their opportunities. All right, that'll do it for us. We had Owen Hill on the camera, Jacob Lethco. I'm Graham Simpson. We'll be back Saturday, 12 p.m. first pitch. Greenwood and Aiken, the annual Masters Week meeting between Greenwood and Aiken High School. That'll be our next edition on the Lakeland Sports Network. I believe Emerald has Saluda here next week, so we'll be here with that, and then we'll finish up the region season with Lawrence, and then we got 96 coming our way here later on to end the month of April. But that'll do it for us. For Owen Hill, he's Jacob Lethco. I'm Graham Simpson. This has been Emerald Baseball on the Lakeland Sports Network.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Frank Coyle in Greenwood today.
Howard's on Main is the kind of place you keep coming back to. Open 6 days a week with breakfast served every day, plus a full menu loaded with variety for lunch and dinner. Great food, friendly faces, and live music that keeps Main Street moving. From morning coffee to late night vibes, Howard's on Main delivers every time. Howard's on Main, great food, live music, and a true Greenwood favorite. Looking for a home in Greenwood or thinking about selling? Work with someone who knows the community inside and out. Courtney Height Realtor is a top 5 Greenwood MLS agent with almost $20 million in sales and a reputation for guiding buyers and sellers with confidence and care. Call 864-378-4686, visit CourtneyHeightRealtor.com, and follow us on Facebook at Courtney Height Realtor, serving Greenwood, South Carolina, and beyond.
A good personal injury attorney is going to be able to negotiate for you, speak with the insurance companies in their language, and ultimately file a lawsuit and take your case to court if it needs it. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
Your local State Farm agent can help you choose renter's coverage options to help protect your stuff. Customize your coverage today.
Call State Farm agent Frank Coyle in Greenwood today.
Find your future at the G. Frank Russell Technology Center, where we believe in personalized learning and nurturing every student's unique strengths. RTC serves students from 4 high schools and 3 districts with a wide variety of programs from culinary arts, pre-engineering, auto tech, and others. We provide many different pathways for your child to explore. Talk to your school counselor and visit us at www.rtc.gwd50.org to learn more about RTC Plus and start building a better graduate today.